It'll work. It'll work. I'm actually drinking coffee. Not sure why. Probably a dumb idea. Been for kind of a long night. I'm unloading here, and the load is floor loaded. It's on skids. Those of you who don't know the generic term skids, what it is, it's cardboard sheets that are on the floor. There's no pallets in use. You get more product in the trailer that way. But I figured I'd catch up. Everybody else was going live, so I figured, hey, it's a trend. Let's go live here. We get this video popped up, and we'll do some shout outs. Talk about a few things. I've got a couple of developments in my little world. There we are. Hear me. Let's see, DIY, what's up, man? Daniel Adami, Little Viking Coach, Jesse Bennett, Spectre, what's up? Jeremy Rice. I am trendy. I am very trendy. So a couple of things going on with the truck. My mill light's on, and let's see what the fault is. That's the beauty about this ELD with me having administrative power, is I could see what's going on. After treatment 1 SCR conversion efficiency, FMI 18, low to moderate severity, count 1. That's kind of what's going on. It didn't, it used to be when the mill light came on, the truck would go ding, and then it will say connect service engine tool or whatever. And I think on my Peterbilt, half the time I had that truck, that's what it said. Now the mill light just comes on. You just look down, boom, there it is. It doesn't ding or nothing. It's not showing any fault. And it seems to happen when I'm under a heavy load, like once a month. If I'm going through a not mountainy, but hilly area, like the Ozarks, and it seems to come on towards the end of the trip. Then it goes off after a while, but obviously there's something going on. And I think that, someone asked a question, if you could change one thing about the trucking industry, it would be get rid of the after treatment systems. You want to talk about a waste of money? It's incredible. So, Charles, okay, so we did our shout outs. Jeremy Rice, Little Viking Coach, Charles Brandt, thank you for the $3.99. I appreciate that. Thanks for the coffee. Alexander, what's up? Good evening. Nothing witty. Jesse, it sounds anything having to do with after treatment sounds expensive. And that only happens on Volvos now. It happens with Kenworths too, right? Nothing to match in a can of gas can't fix, right? It's your bunks. Yeah. I too have dealt with fuse issues in the bunk. Number one, you can't plug a cooler and another 12 volt device in one of the multiple outlet things. You can't do that. Now the Alpi Cool is actually better for your 12 volt system than your say cooler, like your Coleman cooler, because it's not drawing power all the time, whereas the Coleman cooler is a constant draw regardless of what the temperature is. I hope it's not the DPF. Well, obviously it's something. So, you think temperature could be affecting it? It's, that's a possibility. I know that I had to pass up a good fuel stop because as I was going down the road, I could hear the truck doing this extra rumbling, and I think it's regenning. And in sure enough, I get to the TA there in Stratford, and I stop the truck in the fuel island, and it says, "You got to keep going. You're regenning. You're regenning." And I'm like, ah. So that's why I suggest never running your fuel real low. And so I kept going. I got back on the interstate, and I fueled at this mom and pop place. I'm hoping that I don't have bad fuel. That's a possibility, because here's the thing: bad fuel or bad fuel filter will cause fault codes for DPF. I know it sounds strange, but that's what happens when my fuel pump was going out. It showed a bunch of DPF, things, and it was actually the fuel pump. And then in my Peterbilt, when the fuel filter froze one time because it was like 40 below zero, it showed up as a DPF fault, and that was a bad day. I won't even talk about that day. That was a bad day. So get rid of hours of service, Little Viking Coach. They're getting ready to test out a 5.5 split and a 5.65 split, 6.7. I don't know, 6.7, 6.8, whatever. It's going to get to the point where they have all these splits that it'll be kind of pointless. And I've already seen the brokers like there was a load that picked up today in Branson that picked up at like 6 p.m. and it delivered 400 miles away at 6 a.m. And it's like, how do you make that work other than working third shift? And even then, I just, you'd have to finagle those hours to make that work. But they're trying to make e-logs as flexible as they possibly can. Air Vaquero, I'm doing all right. Yeah, def equals money, that's for sure. They always say the engine done got hit. They always say the engine done get hit enough in winter. Doesn't get hot enough in the winter. Yeah, I mean that's true, but when you're under a heavy load, like, I've got 43 in the box and going through all the mountains of, Lake of the Ozarks in that area, it's, it was getting up there. So I don't know. Can't you do a forced regen while being stopped? You can do a park regen, but a forced regen requires a computer. Chucky, what's up? The onboard computers automatically assume if there's a problem, it's DPF related. That's true, Steve. How's the family doing while you're out? Family's doing excellent. Chuck's burned down from DEF filters. That is true. And I'm due for a new DPF filter. I was looking at my maintenance records the other day, and I've put about 350,000 miles on this, and that's about time to change the DPF filter. So let's hope it's that. So I'm an after treatment genius. Yeah, and I've already, I had one SCR incident a couple of years ago that cost me like $2 or $3 grand. It was weird because the truck came up. The fault that came up was bad def. But what was explained to me is the truck actually doesn't have that sensor. It was a software thing. And then that light went away and the truck never derated. And then about, I don't know, I think on the next run, the mill light came on and then came off. And then when I got in the dock in Springfield, luckily, I was delivering right there in Springfield, and the SCR fault code came on, and I took the truck in. That's what it was. And so there's no telling, and you have to find a good shop. We have a driver right now, and again, I get all the alerts for the fault codes for all the trucks here at Like Trucking, and we got one guy who has a shop that absolutely can't figure out what's going on with this truck. And and you're throwing all these diagnostic hours it's just taking up money. you know, all these diagnostic hours and all this test driving, and they still can't figure it out. And the thing with PACCAR is you have to go to a dealer. There are mom and pop shops that have the ability to do some PACCAR stuff, like they have some software access, but you have to go to a full-blown dealer. That you just have to. Kenworth or Peterbilt. Sergeant Ringo, what's up? Big Houston, how's it going? All these drivers are going to regret all these calls for changes to the logs. Well, look, I'm all for more flexibility in the sense that I could probably pull more loads, but at the other side of that is that it could cause rates to come down a little bit because it makes capacity a little bit easier to be flexible. You know, and working for a company back in the day that was very good at, I don't know, using unbound paper logs, and when they had to go to e-logs, they lost a lot of revenue, and they realized how well their drivers were creating the situations that were needed, and that's kind of where we're at. You know, there needs to be flexibility, you know, or else look at it. You know, here's my thoughts. If we were back in the paper days, there's about 20 loads I could have done today and made twice as much money. I mean, that's all there is. I mean, I was pretty good with paper. Wink, wink, you know. I was trained well. Snowler's best friend, hello. John Dollahite, good evening. Appreciate that last comment on my video. Took some heat on it. Is that about the civil thing, Spectre? It's a fact of life. I mean, we won't even get into that. We won't even get into that. I appreciate the comments about my hat cam. What it is I can put the GoPro on this thing, and then I can just clip it to the bill of my hat, and that's why it seems so high up. And I don't know why. It made it look like I'm tilting my head to look at my mirrors. That's not the case. I was overdoing it to see how bad it would be. But once I uploaded the video, I played it on the TV at home, and I was like, wow, that's very dizzying. So I think if I'm going to use the hat cam, it's going to be more like out of the truck shots, like, you know, dropping my trailer and stuff like that. And I'm having trouble finding motivation. I started on a vlog for this trip, and I just couldn't follow through with it. So, and I'm having issues with my camera too. It seems to be inconsistent, and the battery drains really fast compared to my old camera. So we might have to go back to the old camera. I don't know. Volvo's the worst. They won't give out the software. Had to be towed to a Volvo dealer from a TA. Little Viking Coach, that is absolutely true. Volvo's the same way. You have to go to a dealer. No ifs, ands, buts about it. You just get sick and tired of tech issue this and tech issue that. The fancy crap could really be aggravating, especially if you're not an auto tech geek kind of person. Alexander, you're absolutely right. And I got to watch the time because I got to check in here at 10 o'clock. Like turbos. You know, my friend Scott just had to replace his turbo. That was like a $9,800 repair, you know, PACCAR. It was his turbo and turbo actuator. And I've had that replaced before on my old truck. And back in the day, that was something you could do yourself at the truck stop if you had the tools. You know, and the part was only like a couple of $100 or $900, you know, not even $900. You know, now you need a computer just to get all that tapped out, you know. Team Tiny, what's up? You don't have a PC option on your e-logs? Just kidding. Yeah. Where is Red Chicken Trucking? Did he get plucked for Popeyes? Probably did. I do a lot of loads to Tyson, so you might have gotten lost. Good night, Eddie. What's up, Ringo? RN, Rick, what's up? But I thought I'd check in and appreciate everybody's comments. Almost had my truck hit today in this parking lot. I'm in the staging area of this customer, and it's really dark in the parking lot, and this guy was about to nail me, and that sounded bad. He was about to take out my hood and mirror, and I had to hit on the horn, and I guess I look very threatening when I get out, because he kind of changed his tune when I got out of the truck and told him he was about to hit my truck. So, which is fine. Yellow chicken for the win. Yep, yellow chicken for the win. I need to do a couple more red chicken videos. There's a lot, I don't know. I haven't been motivated as far as with anything here lately. I've been kind of in this funk. Not sure where it's coming from. No, it wasn't Swift. It was a little mom and pop, little old Freightliner, Columbia, these mom and pop companies. He just wasn't paying attention. And that's the conundrum. I could park here tonight after I'm done, or I could PC to the truck stop, because I don't have a load booked or anything like that, and possibly have to buy a spot, but or I could park here and hope that no one, if I get one of the ends where no one can take out my hood, I'll take it. But usually I just bobtail or PC up to the truck stop. Yeah, I think that's part of it, Little Viking Coach. I haven't been 100% on my diet here lately, and I think that's affecting it. I've fallen off the wagon when it comes to some bread. I've cheated with some breakfast burritos. I'm still off the sugar though. That's the important thing. But I definitely can feel it. But yeah, the lack of vitamin D. I guess people are intimidated by the Marco Hayatala style beard. They just don't get it. Salty Fire, what's up? Bread is evil, Rick, and I need to be back on track. Now, in my fridge is broccoli, cauliflower, hamburgers, raw hamburgers, and I just didn't have a chance to cook today, so made a bad decision, and I'm regretting it. But and then RD, what's up? And also I've spent a little bit too much time at home, so I'm a little bit stressed about money and the rates are coming down. I know that there was a debate on a couple other channels about whether rates are coming down or not, and whether they're coming down, it depends on your area, it depends on when you're booking. But I noticed that they're shooting lower than the 15-day average, and it's that time of year. Usually between Martin Luther King Day and Valentine's Day is the worst point in the spot market. And there's so much uncertainty with January 20th, and I just can't wait for January 20th to be done, because I'm tired of all the this is going to happen, that's going to happen, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and whatever happens needs to happen so we can stop predicting that it's going to happen. And that way we can move on. We can go to the next phase. Okay, here's problem A. Now we know how to deal with it, versus the potential for problem A, B, C, D, E, and F, G. And you kind of sit there, just like bewildered and distracted and in fear. I think that's taken a toll on the entire country. That fear and that, the constant barrage of echo chambers on the internet, and fear is just, it sucks. It just sucks. Really, when in doubt, the answer is always you need to make more red chicken videos. Yeah, that's true. Taking the vitamin D. Rates are coming down in South Cal, North Cal too. Team Tiny, that's because when I looked at the DAT load ratio on the DAT board last week, it was like 3,000 loads going in and only 900 coming out. We had a driver that was there, and he had to go north to get a good rate out of there, and then from the northwest he got out with a decent rate going east. Or, I mean, yeah, going east. Hey, man, you think bread is bad? At least it's not soy. Absolutely, Alexander. And there's a lot of toxic, a lot of oils are toxic, like canola oil and vegetable oil. You know, so if you eat, like, even moderately fried foods, you know, that oil just, I don't know, breaks down. It's weird. Dr. Berg reads my mind, or he knows exactly what's going on with me. So I wake up with this racing heart sometimes. And he just did a video on that 12 hours ago. It's like, get out of my head, Dr. Berg. And, you know, a lot of it's vitamin deficiency. You know, this food that we eat is just horrible for us. Truck going into the shop tomorrow. I might be down for a bit thinking the transmission's going out. That's not good, Tulsi. 11 minutes check-in. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. My appointment's at 10:30. And about 10 o'clock, I'll drive up there. And they'll tell me to go a little bit further. And I have to wait 15 minutes. And then I come back to my dock. And I'm hoping like crazy that the lumper is prepaid here, because at 11:30 at night, I don't know if I'll be able to get a hold of Jeff for a check. And I don't know if I'll be able to get a hold of the broker. I mean, the broker told me that these are prepaid, but you know, we've been lied to before. If not, I guess I'll spend the night here and bug him in the morning, because I don't carry cash on me. So no 2 days are the same. We just have to get out there and live one day at a time. That's true, Dave. Dave, you never call me anymore. You know, Dooner did a video not so long ago talking about how people get mad about crap they hear on the media. That's a lot of times doesn't even matter. That's true. Ponzi saying the food is changing quickly. Dooner. I knew who you meant. Dooner's a good dude, man. I've met him a couple of times. He's a really great content creator. I wish I had his talent as far as his content creation and his guitar playing. He's a good guitar player. But, I mean, last year, 2019 was, or I mean, I'm sorry, 2020 was a year of fear for me. And at this point, I'm just, the only thing I'm really afraid of at this point, I'm not really afraid of the civil stuff, because I've taken steps to kind of help myself with that. But I'm fearful for the truck, to be honest with you, because it asked for a lot of money in 2020, and it, you know, it's when you got a mill light on, you know, maybe paying off the truck wasn't the best idea as early as I did, because it kind of depleted most of my resources. You know, why won't you read my last comment, says RD. Let's look back here. Which comment? Here, let me try something here. Okay, here's the problem. Now you have a little bit of room to breathe having the title. That's true. Truck is under warranty. If the transmission is bad, I'll get a new one. Only 245,000 miles on the truck. That's kind of crazy. The reason why I missed your comment, RD, is I don't know where it's at, number one. I only use internet for, okay. That's what you had to point out. I don't know about you guys, but you got to check your settings. For some reason, it's defaulting to top chat instead of live chat, so you miss comments. That's happened to me on every single live feed I've been in. I jammed with Dooner, Mississippi one time. It was a fun meetup for sure. Ponzi, that was one of the most epic nights that Periscope will ever have, and I believe that's on YouTube as well. Les Dooner took him down on his side. Dooner's really funny. You kind of get a lighthearted Johnny Knoxville vibe from him. Yep. Yeah, I ran into him in Liberty, Missouri, and then also or no, not Liberty, Kearney. Is it Kearney? Yeah. Just north of Kansas City on 29, and then or 35. I can't remember. And then I ran into him in Joplin one time. You know what's interesting is he's got the mindset of an owner operator, but I don't believe he's an owner operator at this point. I could be wrong, unless he's a lease op now, but he's always had like you come across these company drivers that would make really good owner operators because they take care of the truck as their own, and they take pride in the ride, and they're willing to go above and beyond to make sure that truck's running good and clean. And you know, if I was a guy that leased out trucks, Dooner would be a guy that I would lease a truck to. You know, there's like very few people I trust in this world with the truck, and he would be one because I know he would take pride in the truck. It always sets the top chat, so I always change the live chat. Yeah, but it didn't always used to do that, Daniel. It's like a new thing now. I got to thank you, Snorler, for turning me on to Awaken with JP and Pale Rider Trucking as well. You're welcome, Alexander. Awaken with JP. Another one you guys need to check out is Barricade Garage. He does these parodies, but if you understand the characters, they're telling you deep messages. And they're pretty good. My wife and I watch him every time he puts a video out. Life After the Road, how's it going? He's a company driver, but I think right now he's driving for someone right now. Yeah, Daniel, he's talked about making that leap to a lease operator, but I would like to see how well he would do in a self-dispatch situation, like being an owner operator for like Landstar, you know, with all the flatbed and heavy haul experience he has. He'd probably do pretty good over there. So but we've got like 5 more minutes and then we're gonna end this video so I can go check in. I'm literally like I could throw a rock and hit the booth, the guard shack. Alexander, do you watch Barricade Garage? If you like JP, you'll probably like BG too. Yep, that is true, Alexander. Or nothing, Winnie. I'm sorry. Prove it. Prove what? What am I supposed to prove? Oh, that I can throw a rock? Well, there's no rocks around here, and plus the truck driver sitting at the window of the booth probably like might get violent with me. You want to see? Here, we'll do this. There. Here's the booth. I've revealed too much. I must delete this live feed when I'm done. You have a good middle of the night, Unloading. I'm going to bed. RD, good night. I normally don't do these, but this was a straight through load, and it allows me an open window to book whatever I want in the morning. Except I didn't book what I wanted. I called on a few loads. Broker was supposed to call me back. Never did, because I think there are probably, like they said, yeah, sir, we'll call you back if this changes. Click. And they're probably like in the office going, do you know what this guy wants for, 300 something miles? I can't believe it. So he is grumpy. Oh, well, I'm a few minutes behind. He probably already said that about Barricade. I will have to check out Barricade Garage when we all get off. Thanks to the conversation store and all. Nice taking a break from hearing stupid crap on the radio. Good deal. You got a good arm, Steve. That looks like 100 yards. Well, it's because the way the camera looks, the angle. Blue Tiger Fire Elite giveaway. Watch 2 videos, like friendly comment and sub to get the drawing. Woot woot. Sorry, Steve had to. That's fine, Kevin. You go right ahead and promote your channel. I have no issue with that. Gonna be eating bugs and plant-based steaks from Bill Gates. Ponzi, you're cray cray. I've got tools at home that will make sure that I will never have to eat or never go without eating. Ever. So but now a lot of people told us to stock away, which you should stock away food anyways, and we've done that. So beans and rice, people, is not keto friendly, but it'll definitely sustain you with some protein, and you can get a lot of time with some beans and rice. So yeah, Kevin's doing really good with those food videos. He's doing keto now, and he put up a keto pizza that was really good looking. So yeah, check out Kevin's channel. He's doing a myriad of things, including giving away those Blue Tiger headsets. Daniel Adami, just type in Kevin and Ollie on the road, and that channel should come up. We pick up our hog and a quart cow next weekend. Rick, that's the way to do it. We thought about buying another freezer, and we've got a couple of friends that would go in halves or thirds on a bovine. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Regardless of what happens Wednesday, life's got to keep on keeping on. And there's really not much we can do about it other than protect yourself and protect your friends and your family. That's about all we got, man. So it's all on how you react. And I believe that's the thumbnail, I believe. So anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. If you made it this far, have a good night. Peace.